What's going on, y'all? Machiavelli Mills TV. Y'all hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and come on in here real quick. Larussell. Larussell has started a controversial conversation amongst hip hop fans for real. And I don't think it should be this controversial. I've been saying this on my channel for the last couple of years, right, about Lil Wayne and his discography, um, his subject matter on his albums, etc. Right? But it's very controversial right now. You know, we're gonna talk about it as y'all come on in here. So please, y'all file in. Please come on in and hit the like button as y'all come on in here. Hit the like button as you come on in. But we have to have a conversation about we got to have a conversation about y'all boy Lil Wayne, aka Dwayne Michael Carter. It's a conversation that's gonna make a lot of people frustrated and a lot of people angry, but the truth is the truth. Larussell, Derek, what's going on, Jones? Endo, say I got the best of Lil Wayne. I still bump the gremlin. Keywan say Wayne my goat. And I get you, right? I get you. But the fact of the matter is, Wayne has never been a rapper of substance. He has never, and don't point to me 4 songs that he got, right? He's never been that. And I think people are getting upset, but it's the truth. It's the reality. Um, Best verse. Now I can't say that now. No, having the best verse does not mean you have substance, right? It's actually talking about something. For real. Like Wayne don't be talking about nothing for real. Wayne is a rapper he's based in similes, metaphors, and punchlines. That was it. For real. Point four songs, but it says never. 4 songs in the wide discography of Wayne is never, bro. Wayne got so much. His discography is vast, and I have about 4 songs with substance that tells you that Larussell was right. Wayne's subject matter is eating vagina, beautiful black woman, but I bet that chick look better red. I f all the girls that I want to. I sip lean. I smoke weed. I shoot you. That's about it. And I got money. And I rap really, really well. That's about it. Being for real. And I know Wayne fans don't like to hear that, but it's truthful. And that's why Wayne has never been my favorite rapper. There's not much growth and maturation in his music. It's not. Like Wayne has not matured in his music at all over the years. He's still Wayne. I'm 40 some years old, still talking about he liked that panty pie. He liked that panty pie. He liked that panty pie. Oh my God. Old Cash Money to new. Okay, y'all gonna point out Tie My Hands, Georgia Bush, Something You Forgot. Okay. What else? What else? Tie My Hands, Georgia Bush, Something You Forgot. And I'm trying to figure out what's some other ones. Wayne lip bar is really, oh, I love that PUSSY. Oh, I love that panty pie. And I know, again, that makes people upset, but it's for real. And that's why he was never my favorite rapper. Like he does well with similes, metaphors. He does well with that. Okay, How to Love. I hate that song. Yeah, How to Love. We get it, regardless of me liking a song or not. How to Love. That's one. Misunderstood. I Miss My Dogs. What's that? 6 on 6. Yeah. But regardless of me not liking that song or not, that is one. How to Love is a song. How to Love is golden. Oh my goodness. I do not like Rockstar, Lil Wayne. You had a lot of quick tries. There you are. I never been found. And never there. I love. I love. For a second you were here. Now you over there. Now you over there. Now you over here. How not to stare? You over there, you over here, you everywhere. Let me stop playing with y'all for y'all get mad at me, man. No, but yeah, he's really a rapper that's based in metaphors and similes, right? Now grown man, I love that song. Grown Man is phenomenal. That is a really great song. That is a really, really great song. Talking about y'all probably never heard. I heard these songs before, bro. I do not like but I do Grown Man is that's one I really like that song for real. Yeah. Uh Wayne, Gilly did give him a lot of flavor during the Go DJ, that first Carter. Cause for fucking with your boy. That's not New Orleans. They don't have that's not how New Orleans brothers talk. Nor do they do that. And then they what he say? Well, what's that? Even on Neck of the Woods, I got a positive vibe, but I ain't scared of y'all. That's Gilly flow for real. Who are these rappers with grand substance? Outkast, Goody Mob, hell, Jay-Z, um, um, Kendrick Lamar. Tip is has way more substance than Wayne by far. Tip has way more substance than Wayne by far, and that is his contemporary, right? Lupe Fiasco, Nas, yeah. Hell, Cole got more substance than Wayne. Yeah, I said Outkast, so Andre 3000 would be included in that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, like several rappers got more substance than him. Button definitely got more substance than Wayne. Joe Budden, nah, Budden wouldn't be included in one of the greats, but Budden can rap his butt off. Joe Budden can rap his ass off, like for real. Really, really can. It's just he's not taken serious because of like the love and hip hop antics and the beefs with other rappers and all of that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. So I mean, Larussell was telling the truth. He said over the years, as you get older, I realized Wayne wasn't talking about nothing. I mean, it was a lot of fly talk, a lot of similes and metaphors, but that was really it though, for real. For the most part, even as he got up in age, you would think when Wayne hit 40 that he would start talking about some different things at times. Bro, Jay-Z had a whole album, 444 with substance. You pointed out, Can I Get a in Big Pimpin'. Try again. Try again, bro. 90% of rappers ain't talking about nothing. Right. But I mean, that still says Wayne wasn't talking about nothing either. Right. So regardless of what other rappers doing, he wasn't talking about nothing either. So he included in that, whether people like it or not. Um, I would think when Wayne started getting older and 40 years old, he would start talking about a lot of different subject matter. You know what I mean? Once you get older, you have different life experiences. Um, well, I'm gonna say this. He said I never listened to Wayne for substance, and that's cool. But when Wayne started to be a butter biscuit eating Sambo, yeah, the onus, the demand for substance starts to come when you start becoming a butter biscuit eating Sambo, a bootlicker. The demand for substance increases because now you showed your hand. Now we know you on raccoon time. So now, yeah, people gonna be looking. You're gonna get. There's gonna be an extra magnifying glass put on you. Now that we see you are subservient to MAGA, white supremacists, and you roll with them. Now it's gonna be. I think the magnifying glass gets put on you even more. Yeah, because now when we know in your regular everyday life you're not standing for anything. We know in your regular everyday life you're not standing for nothing. Then we gonna look at your music and say, well, damn, well I mean, honestly, he wasn't talking about nothing. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't talking about nothing. Wayne, talking about Wayne. Wayne. Larussell basically said when as he got older, he realized Wayne was never really talking about nothing for real. Yeah, yeah. And Wayne again, most of his raps is metaphors, similes, punchline. You know what I mean? And that's for real. But again, when you be out here on butter biscuit eating time, I think the magnifying glass gets put on you more when people start looking at your music and say, damn, he wasn't even talking about nothing for real. But Larussell is mediocre at best. We need top tier rappers to call him out. I mean, whether I don't even listen to Larussell, be real. Not saying that I mean I really never really heard anything from him for real. But like, regardless of that fact, it's I mean, what do what do Wayne be talking about to y'all? You know what I'm saying? YMCMB has not matured musically since '09. Yeah. I mean, probably it's a problem within that camp. Rob, what's the word, my boy? What's the word, my boy? I mean, you don't have to listen to Wayne for substance, but I do think that as you get older, sometimes you look for substance, sometimes for certain individuals, especially when you calling yourself the GOAT. All right, y'all. Hold on. Give me 1 minute. Had to move around real quick and relocate for a quick little second. My bad, y'all. I'm outside with it. Outside with it a little bit. What you say? Wayne, Drake, and Nicki stand for nothing when it comes to anything serious. Right. And I knew at some point, especially when it comes to black issues, that's why I knew Kendrick Lamar was going to be able to exploit Drake in that area. You know what I'm saying? About the not standing in blackness, but shit, sometimes I mean I can say early Drake was talking about something more a little bit than Wayne. But it's before like Young Money too. Like young like um what's that room for improvement? What's the other one was called? What was the other mixtape called? Yeah, I knew it was gonna be. I knew Kendrick Lamar was gonna be able to get him up out of here from that with that, because Drake has never spoke on black issues or nothing like that either. So I knew like, oh man, he gonna be able to pull him in and pull him in that, reel him in that hole and get him back. Comeback season, right? Comeback season and room for improvement. During them mixtape times, Drake was really talking. You know what I'm saying? But man, I'm detaching from blackness because the image now is more rich, alternative, druggy music. But goddamn, you said, but damn, get deep on something. Yeah, man. Um, and honestly, y'all, like I said, I know it's hard for people to digest and say stuff like Wayne does not rap about doesn't really have substance, because that's a lot of people's favorite rappers. But I'm sorry, for me, for you to be in a go conversation, you gotta have some type of substance to your music for real. Because when people be like, I never listened to Wayne for substance, to be considered the GOAT of something, you gotta have some type. You gotta be like, some consistent. Let me just say substance, maturation in your music. Wayne has not matured as an artist at all, like at all, y'all, at all. You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing with that. Like, yeah, 98% of his music is just bars, metaphors, similes, bars, metaphors, similes. He don't be telling stories, none of that, right? Like a Nas would tell a story, Jigga would tell a story, Tip would tell a story, storytell, like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, and I think that's a prerequisite. Kendrick would tell a story, Pac would tell a story. That's like a prerequisite to be a elite MC, to be a top tier gold MC. You gotta have certain level of like substance or consciousness, some type of maturation in your music. And he's not. He again, he's 40 some years old and he still has not matured as an artist. I can tell you, um, when I listen to it, when I put Wayne on, I pretty much know what I'm finna get. Now again, a lot of rappers have stayed on similar subject matter, but my thing is like, damn, it's really hard to really see growth in Wayne. Like I can't imagine Wayne doing an album where half of it is like with substance in it for real. Again, he can rap for sure. He can rap. I like a lot of Wayne's songs. Um, but like I could never say he was my favorite rapper because like it wasn't really nothing he was really saying for real. And as I got older, as you get older, sometimes you look for different things in an artist. When you going through, all different type of changes and growth and maturation as a person, you're going through different stages of your life. You know what I mean? You want to hear some other things. Sometimes you want to hear some other things from an artist. You feel me? I stopped caring for Wayne in 2011. That Wayne Black Lives Matter interview pisses me off. Oh yeah, it pissed a lot of folks off. For real. It pissed a lot of people off. And again, that's when you say stuff like that, you get put under a magnifying glass where the demand for you to be of more substance, it increases. Right? You're like damn, you know, I ain't gonna say it increases, but people start looking at the fact you wasn't saying nothing. What should he be rapping about specifically? Fatherhood, right? Rap about, why he chose not to get down on the Black Lives Matter movement. Talk about that. Talk about why specifically did he want to alienate himself from black folks? Talk about um um because I can't count Wayne to talk about systemic racism. You know what I'm saying? Well, but again, talk about why he felt like since Uncle Bob saved his life, that racism don't exist to him. Talk about getting older and maturing in the rap game and where he feel like his place is in the rap world, right? Talk about it's a lot of different things he could discuss. Yeah. Talk about backlash he's received. for saying lines like beautiful black woman, but I bet that bitch look better red. Talk about that type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, him talking about why racism doesn't exist, not it either. You're right. I don't know. I wouldn't look to Park Common for a party song. Yeah, but again, for me though, and that's why look, and as dope as Common is not a goat. Goat is a well-rounded artist, bro. A well-rounded artist, right? An artist that can give you a club banger. I know y'all hear that win, but can also go around and speak real truth, speak light and positivity, right? You see what I'm saying? That's why Common from my city, Chicago, Illinois, South Side to be specific. Shout out to South Side Lonnie Lynn. But Common will never be in them conversations because he wasn't able to he wasn't multifaceted like that, right? So yeah, when we talk about GOAT conversations, well, it's gonna be a demand for Wayne to be more introspective. I know grown men. I listened to Carter 2. You know what I'm saying? Carter 1, right? I miss my dogs, all of that. But yeah, who cares about the club? I hear what you're saying, bro. But as an elite, a top tier go, you gotta have some type of bangers. Sometimes I think I don't think that's bad to say you gotta have some bangers too. You know, Cash Money wasn't designed to be anything of substance, and that's cool, right? But again, when people label you the GOAT of something, you know, he should have a lot to talk about. Like Poison Ivy said, Wayne started at a young age. He can talk about a lot that he's seen through the rap industry, from growing from young to old. It's a lot he could talk about. He been in the line. He been in the limelight in the rap world for so long. You know, Go was fire, but you know, Club Common ain't making no club bangers like that. Charlie X. You know, that's my Chicago brother. But you know, Hustler music was good, but I mean, that wasn't really introspective or deep. Baby, you gotta know that I'm just out here doing. I like it a lot. That's dope. What I gotta do for me and you is what we eating. So, bitch, why the fuck is you tripping? I'm taking these chances. My head to the sky, my feet. That ain't introspective. Even if you're rapping about drugs and selling drugs, Tip got way more on doing my job. Tip doing my job is way more introspective than hustler music at all. And doing my job on trap music. Listen to Tip doing my job. It's way more introspective than any dude explaining why they selling dope. Wayne explaining why you selling drugs and then listen to doing my job. You know what I'm saying? And I still don't condone drug dealing at all, right? But I'm just saying. But look how long ago hustler music was, right? That's '05. You know what I'm saying? And doing my job came out in like '03. Complex and technical is what the culture needs. Our children's brain are being saturated with trash. Honestly, that might be Wayne's weakness as an artist. If he came with some introspective ish over some soul beats, he might exactly. He has the ability to do that. Rap over some soul. He can rap over soul beats. He's done it before. You know what I'm saying? With some more introspective stuff. I think that's really would be dope to hear him over an album, at least over half of an album do that. Now again, the young Lil Wayne fans that's a little younger than me, they might not like it, but for me, who I'm 33 years old, yeah, I want to hear you talk about stuff. Shit. Talk about different things. Get more introspective. Like when I heard, again, I keep using Tip as the bar for this. Tip got a song called Still Ain't Forgave Myself. When I hear a brother talk about how drug dealing had his mama worried and stressed out crazy, right? How he lost friends in it in running the streets, how he had a baby, how he got another girl pregnant while he was with a woman and already had 2 kids with her. He got a whole nother woman pregnant. Both his woman and an outside woman was pregnant at the same time. Tip like 21 years old, 22 years old doing this. Tip 22 years old doing this, right? Still ain't forgave myself. Like, that is a fire track. And he talking about how he got one girl pregnant. And I mean, he got a girl and she's pregnant with his baby, and he got a whole nother girl pregnant at the same time. That shit is real life, right? It's not okay, but it's real life. And people want to hear that. Scarface, man, what face mob, man? What? Schizo. Schizo Paul, what's going on, man? I appreciate you. He said, good topic, bro. I highly disagree, but it's good. Cook. That's love, bro. I appreciate you. And yeah, like I think, like I said, I like certain songs from Wayne. Like I told y'all, one of my favorite Wayne song of all time is Birdman Jr. Because I feel like that was elite rapping from Wayne. And it wasn't silly little punch. It wasn't really full of like, what's some? Sometimes Wayne would have some silly punchlines. It was aggressive, right? Like I like aggressive rap at times. I really do, right? But Birdman Jr. is a fire track, right? But like, so I do. It's songs from Wayne I do like, but it's like it sounds I know he wasn't talking about. Like he got a song called "I'm Raw." I love that song. I'm raw. One man saying, "So what? Them niggas left me. When it get cold, I turns into Wayne Gretzky." Right? But then he said, "Until the end, I do's it like it's never been done. So you can suck my dick with an elephant's trunk." Like, all right, see shit like that. Right? Right? That's a little silly. And again, sometimes silly is cool. Silly cool. I mean, all rappers say some silly lines, right? But like, yeah, what I mean was silly. But Luda had bars that very Luda another one. And we never gonna say Luda is one of the all-time greats for real like that. Because Luda was a you wanna know what I'm talking about. Like when he said, I know you're gonna hate this, Mac, but I think some of Wayne's most lyrical work is when he used to collab with Eminem. Maybe he probably did feel pressure working with him. He probably did, you know? We probably did. I think a lot of rappers felt like after Nas said Eminem murdered you on your own song, it pressure came from that. Like I gotta out rap Eminem on every song. I can't let him outdo me after that. And I don't care what y'all say. Nas was lying when he said that. Eminem got off on there, but Jay got off too. And he only said that because he knew that was something that was gonna sting Jay to say, "Oh, the white boy got busy on you on the song." You know what I'm saying? After World got substance, um, got an adolescent me through some hard times. Yeah. I didn't particularly like that song, but I got you for sure. Now y'all gonna come to the conclusion I hate Eminem because y'all be like, you don't like no song with Eminem on there. Oh, I'm Raw was fire though. That was my joint. When he said, "I'm a BET soldier and MTV gangster, I will be on VH1 when I'm done being famous." I thought that was a fire line because VH1 is where rappers went to do the surreal life, right? When they was no longer rapping, they would be on these other shows when they was watching, they was done, and they was, what people considered has-beens, right? Or when their rap careers were over, they would be on VH1. I'm like, okay, that's a nice line. You know what I'm saying? Hey, look, like, what's that song I like? When he say, "Mama always told me I was crazy, but I'm amazing, but I don't listen to it lately." But the bitch say I'm hot, and I'm like, "Nah, bitch, I'm blazing." Like, what the fuck you expect? I'm a motherfucking cage, and I feel caged in my mind. And then at the end, he was like, "I smell something. That's her pussy. Do you smell?" I was like, "All right, Wayne, come on, man." When he finished it with, "I smell something sizzling. That's her pussy." So play with the pussy. I play with the pussy. I play pussy. I'm like, all right, bro. All right. Damn. I hated the way what's that song called? That shit right there. That shit ruined it for me. I'm like, all right, fam. Something sizzling. That's her pussy. I'm like, oh, he can't help himself. He got to throw that out there at some point, playing with fire. And I like the whole build up to that line. But I was like, hey, man. I was like, man, damn it, man. He got to throw a line in there about pussy somewhere. He said, Mac, you make a great point that Wayne is a good rapper skill wise, but the content doesn't mean much, and a lot of music aged poorly. Nowhere near the GOAT in rap. Yeah, and again, he can rap well. He's skillful, 100%. Like he's skillful. Like again, Grown Man, one of my favorite songs. Right? I really like that song, and I like Currency verse. I don't usually hit the club, but tonight I make an exception. For some reason, I can't seem to keep my eyes at your direction. I'm looking at you so hard, I could probably catch a charge. What do you say? When you walk your booty, applause. Damn, I'm trying to keep my composure, trying to attack my mission, handle business like a soldier. Young man, he was going off. Now we expect every rapper to be introspective. We have depth because of Kendrick. Man, it wasn't because of no Kendrick. Rappers been having depth before. Look, Kendrick Lamar. Let's stop. That's always been a prerequisite of mine. As I got older, I like my artists too mature. I'm 33, bro. So like, I've been listening to rap for a long time. I'm talking about, and again, I was around older men. My older brother, my brother was 9 years older than me. My cousin, them I was listening to like Jigga and Jadakiss when I was like 7. You know what I'm saying? So like, I just feel like to be called the GOAT of something, introspect, you gotta be well rounded. Introspective got to come into play in there at some point, right? And again, Wayne is skillful, but he introspective is not his forte like that. You know what I'm saying? And for me, you can't just be introspective. You got to be able to make like dope records, like party songs, fire tracks, all of that. Like if you just introspective, I'm not gonna put you in a ghost status. You got to be a well-rounded artist. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't cause no Kendrick Lamar though. Like Kendrick not the first lyricist I ever heard in my life. Like I mean I have to stop that. Like I was listening to lyricists well before Kendrick Lamar. You know what I mean? Honestly, I'm gonna be real with y'all. Juvie, I used to listen to Juvie a lot. Those rappers cannot do what Wayne does. Ooh, I mean, the rappers that I named can do what Wayne does. Jay-Z can do what Wayne does. Tip can do what Wayne does for sure. Like, right? So, yeah. Look, I gotta go back in the crib. My phone about to die on your boy. Now, but you're right though. Every artist can't do what Wayne does, but you can have something they can though. Like Common can't do what Wayne does, and I'll say that all day. Even though he can rap introspective, but Common not a hit maker for real. He's not a song that can really. He's not a rapper that can really make hits for everybody to vibe to, no matter what demographic you're in, what age group you're in, whatever. You know. And I love Southside Lonnie Wayne, and that's Southside Chicago. Kendrick Lamar can do that, and I think he really even proved it. He proved it even more on GNX. Hold on, y'all. Phone about to die. I had to go back in the crib. All right, I'm back. My bad, y'all. Say conscious rappers do not punch. When they do, it's fair but not outstanding. I mean, that's a fair point. It's a fair analysis to make that they do not punch like that. Conscious rappers don't. Not gonna hold you though, but I know way more Wayne than Larussell. I mean, absolutely, right? Larussell is not nowhere near the popularity of Wayne, and I'm not arguing that at all. And I don't even think Larussell was arguing that. I think he's just saying like Wayne wasn't talking about nothing. Now I don't listen to Larussell to know if he be talking about something, but if he's saying that he better be talking about something. If he talking like that, he better be talking about something. Say what? J. Cole is somewhat a conscious rapper, and his punches are always fire. Said Big L, Wayne, Fabulous, Cassidy, Lloyd Banks are all punchline rappers, and they usually don't make great top to bottom albums, no skip. Right. That's a fact. That's a fact. And I'm a fan of Cassidy. Cassidy was never a good album maker. Never. In fact, he struggled to even make hooks. Most of his hit songs is Swiss on a hook, or somebody singing on a hook for him, or it's a sample. The songs that he had, he struggled to really make songs like he could rap his butt off, but when it came to really making a song, like making hooks and all of that, like that wasn't his forte. Fab probably the best. And like well, Wayne better than Wayne, the best out of these group for sure. By far, Wayne is the best. But like, yeah, Fab probably second. You say Mr. Nasty Man laced that joint for Cassidy. Definitely. The Nasty Man in jail, R. Kelly laced. He laced that for Cass. All the way. He said, yeah, that don't get no better with Mashonda. Has Swiss ex-wife. Mashonda, don't get no better. We can do. It always, Cass songs always had somebody on the hook for him. Swiss, a singer, or it was a sample. I'm a Hustler was a sample from Jigga. Rappers only gonna put out what you consume the most. I mean, and that's true, but like I think people would buy Wayne even when he trying to be introspective. If he did a whole introspective album, I think people would buy it still. Cause his fan base is that large, they will buy anything he puts out. Look at the damn rock album he put out. He put out a rock and roll album and people went to go buy it. You know what I'm saying? Like a rock and roll, people would still buy that. I ain't buying that, but you know. I like Rebirth. See, I couldn't get myself to listen to that. After I heard Prom Queen, I like, yeah, it's gonna be a no for me, dog. I hit the Randy Jackson. It's gonna be a no for me, dog. It's gonna be a no for me. Rebirth is other guard. I just don't like the sound of it. The sound of it just was just not for me, right? Like I just know certain sounds. Yeah, Lil Wayne, everything has meaning. Say, yeah, Rebirth was a funeral. Yeah, it just wasn't for your boy, man. I really like. Uh, this might be a unpopular opinion. I like the Carter 1 and the Carter 2 better than Carter 3. I like um I like the Carter 1 and Carter 2 way. I like it better than Carter 3. Even though Carter 3 has songs I like, but yeah, you said no Cole album is timeless. I'll agree. Hey, y'all be killing Cole, boy. I fool with Cole, man. I fool with say, I mean, Carter 1 and Carter 2 are better. Yeah, to me, it was better album for real. It just at that point, Wayne was so crossover. That's when white America started to discover Wayne, right? He started to become a rock star with that rock star image, and they started to discover him. Hold on, my phone about to die. What the hell? I can't afford that to be happening. If my phone die, I'm gonna come back on here, y'all. Forest Hills Drive was dope, Chris. I disagree. That was a dope album. Can y'all still hear me? Cause like I had to put the microphone, unplug it, cause my phone is like on its last leg. So can y'all still hear me very well? Forest Hill Drive was dope. Like I disagree with that. It was a lot of dope songs. It was a lot of dope songs on there. Uh, Get Off My You Know What, Fire Squad, Tale of Two Cities, January 28th. I didn't like Wet Dreams. Did not like that. I didn't like Central Pay. Uh, Apparently was on there. Um No Role Models was on there. That was a fire. That joint was fire, man. I just think Cole is just in a weird place right now, to where people don't want to really praise him due to how the battle went. And I just think that's really unfair. But yeah. And now if you don't like it, you don't like it. But I think people really looking at Cole differently since the since him not engaging in the Drake and Kendrick Lamar beef. But yeah, Forest Hill, that's my favorite Cole album, Forest Hill Drive. Punchline rappers are like Harlem Gold Globetrotters. Conscious rappers are Tim Duncan. Wayne is a mixture of both. Mm. Conscious rappers are Tim. I mean, fundamentally sound, but not the most exciting at times, is what you saying. So I was a Cole hater since he replaced Andre 3000 on Beyonce's Party. That's a Jay-Z ploy though. That's a Jay-Z move. Jigga, like, let me put my Rock Nation artist on here. Let me tell my wife put my Rock Nation artist on here instead of 3000, which is ironic because Jigga don't really he don't really, in my opinion, I don't see Jigga throw too many lives to Cole like that anyway, you know? But he is 20% Tim Duncan, 80% Globetrotter. You talking about Wayne? D says you got Forest Hills on vinyl. That's fire. I can't say Wayne is conscious. Even when he is conscious, it's always surface level. Wayne is not better than Jay-Z. Man, I agree. I don't think he better than Jigga, but yeah. So what's he like? Skip to my Jigga has better songs with Jay Electronica than with Cole, in my opinion. I mean, he got like two Cole songs. Jigga got like two songs with Cole. How many songs he got with Cole? Yeah. How many songs Jigga got with Cole for real? I'm being serious right now. Okay. Every day a star is born. Mr. Nice Watch. What else? Right. Nice Watch and a star is born. Yeah. Jay don't mess with Cole. He probably don't. You know, when Jigga did that Super Bowl thing, And after that, Cole kept showing allegiance with Colin Kaepernick. I don't know if that caused a little divide between them. Because after Jigga did announce that he was controlling, he was really over the Super Bowl, Cole went and postured himself closer to Colin Kaepernick after that. And I don't know if that caused like some disruption between Jigga and Cole, or I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But uh, yeah. Did you see MJ diddling that little boy bum? Hey, was that for real, man, or was that AI, man? I saw that though. I saw it on Facebook. He said they had a device since Born Center. Y'all know Jigga, my favorite rapper, but Jigga, I think him and Cole don't. You say it wasn't AI? Okay, I get you. That ain't AI. That was. I mean, look. Now, do I think Michael Jordan is some type of PDF? No. But what's crazy is had LeBron James done that, the headlines would be "Ain't no party like a Diddy party" if he would have done that. So I just want y'all to understand. You see how the bias, where the bias leans and where it stays away from. You get what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Had LeBron James did that to a little boy, they would have killed LeBron immediately. They would have said Bron is all type of predators and creeps. But with MJ is, man, leave MJ alone. Why are you guys even thinking about something like this? Why are you talking about something like this with MJ? Come on, man, it's MJ. It's MJ. You know? But anyway, though, what I was saying was that we was talking about Cole. Oh yeah, I don't think Cole and Jay particularly close like that. And when Cole told the story about how Jay, they was at that LeBron and Jay-Z do this little dinner during all NBA All-Star weekend. And Cole said he was there and Drake was there. And Jay-Z told he called for Drake. He say, Drake, he told Drake, come here. And he say, hey, get your man a hook. Teach a man how to do a basically teach a man how to make a hit record in so many words. Basically tell him, hey, look, get with your man so he can make a hit. And Cole talked about how embarrassed he was when Jay called his peer over there to tell him, you know what I'm saying, how to make a hit. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. I think since then, they their relationship has kind of been just business. It's a business relationship, and that's been it. So that's the reverse psychology, Jay. Yeah. Cole was the first artist signed to Rock Nation. He needed a hit to launch his career. Yes. But telling his peer, come here, teach your mans how to do a hit record, that is very embarrassing. That is embarrassing. Telling his peer, not somebody older than him. Shit, Cole older than Drake. You know what I'm saying? Telling his peer though, come here. Teach your man. It's like saying teach your man's how to squabble. Teach your man's how to squabble here. Like what? Yeah, I think since then, him and Jay relationship has been like strictly business. And I think Cole is like, okay, it's fine. It's cool. He said, which says a lot. Didn't Jay-Z give Cole the original Rockefeller chain? Probably so. But again, it's still embarrassing to tell his peer, come teach your mans how to squabble out here in this rap industry. Cause like what? J. Cole do not work with Rock Nation no more. He don't? I thought he does. He saw more potential in Drake. I mean, because Drake was able to make crossover hits, man. Let's be for real. I love Cole, But Cole has made some bangers, but Cole has never had that mainstream appeal that Drake has had. Many it's you can't find rappers that have that mainstream appeal. Say what you want about Drake. Drake has always been able to have mainstream appeal no matter what. From day one, he had mainstream appeal. From day one. And there aren't many rappers who have been able to come close to that or replicate that. You know what I'm saying? I remember while I used to work at Up Against the Wall. So MET, MET, man, that's that Degrassi effect. Yeah, the Degrassi effect. When you have he was a mixed kid. He was able to sing. He was able to rap. Um, he was able to be. He could fill different lanes. He could be in the Jewish community. He could stand with black because of his father. He could stand with black folks in Memphis, Tennessee. He was an alien. He was like a creative player. He was a real cheat code for real. Cole is mixed too, but he ain't mixed with the Jewish background in him, and he ain't come. Cole ain't come from. Cole ain't used to standing with white folks the way Drake is. You know what I'm saying? Cole was, from my understanding, Cole wasn't living amongst white people outside of his mama like that. You know what I'm saying? Um, Drake went to school with Jewish kids. He lived in a predominantly Jewish community. Went to school with Jewish kids. He was on a TV show. He could sing, he and rap, all of that, you know. Said, but Nas over RZA, RZA was more on the production side. Yeah, Nas over RZA for sure. That's definitely the difference. Cole actually comes from the yeah. Cole was his mama was white, but he was living amongst black folks and went to school amongst black people. So I think there's a difference. Drake could fit into so many different angles. He could go stand with the white people. He could go stand with black folks because his dad. You know, he could be in certain environments because he was on a TV show, a teen TV show. He can go host Saturday Night Live, and then come around and be at the BET Awards at the same time. Then he can be at a bar mitzvah, you know, one week. You know, that Drake is black racially, but not culturally. Yeah, culturally, I think he became more connected to black culture while he was a rapper, right? And I said that before, like during the Kendrick Lamar and Drake beef, he became more connected to black culture while being a rapper, right? Then you start seeing him collaborate with rappers like Lil Durk and 21 Savage and be posted up in their neighborhoods, right? Like, you know, he would go back to Memphis where his father's people were from. He started doing songs with what's the boy Black Boy JB. You know what I mean? 3 6 Mafia and them. I think he became more connected to blackness through hip hop music. If you don't believe me, look at the way he was getting his haircut when he was a young teenage boy in Degrassi and stuff like that. The way his hair was cut was was actually, it shows that he was not around black people like that. Black people would start talking about you. You keep getting your hair cut like that way he was getting his hair cut. At some point, black people gonna talk about you and your so you gotta do your haircut a little different. You know what I'm saying? But he kept rocking that haircut, which let me know he wasn't around black people like that. You know what I'm saying? You know, um, so I do think he became more immersed in black culture when he became a rapper. Um, uh, he said he wore blackface. Remember, I do remember that. Yeah. The first song I ever heard from Drake was "Replacement Girl" with Trey Songz, and I think that was a dope song. I remember that song. I think Drake was rapping on that. That Room for Improvement comeback season Drake. He had a song called "Don't You Have a Man." Um, but there was Little Brother on that song. He had a song called "Think Good Thoughts." Around that time, he had a song with Trey Songz. Give called Give You. When I give you what I give you, you gonna like that. Yeah, him and Fonte. Fonte was Drake's favorite rapper. Yeah. You remember that, don't you have a man? Yeah, Black Shanto. Yeah, Black girl. You remember that? Don't you have a man? Don't you have a man? Why are you trying? He killed that hook, didn't he? Why are you trying to be my girl? I can't believe it. Don't you have a man? And then Drake had a line. He say, what he say? Consequences keep weighing me down. So whenever she think I'm serious, I'm playing around. It gets deeper and colder. And funny thing is, I'm writing this in my head while she asleep on my shoulder. Hey, but Fonte was Drake's favorite rapper, right? And that's why I think Kendrick had such an angle to attract Drake from. When Drake got famous and he got put on to Young Money, he did not go and collaborate with his favorite rapper no more. He collabed with Fonte before the Young Money deal. When he got with Young Money, he started just collaborating with guys like hood rappers that could kind of like give him a hood appeal outside of Cole and Kendrick, you know what I'm saying, and Wale and them. But like other than that, he didn't go back and reach back for the backpackers that he really idolized while he was growing up. You know what I'm saying? Not saying that Fonte needed it. I mean, Fonte necessarily wanted it, but Fonte was his favorite rapper, and you can see it on Room for Improvement and Comeback Season. You can hear Fonte's influence all through Drake. Fonte's a dope MC, you know. Shout out to Carolina, man. Said Drake was Caribbean, then American, then he became British. um, Drake was a mix of Fonte, Joe Budden, and Kanye. Yep, I can agree with that, Chris. He was a mix of all those guys. Yeah. When he first, again, early Drake, what he had a song called what was that song he said, shake up the world, that is what I'm about to blue, but that's what I'm about to do. And homie, you ain't got enough clout for two. I'm telling you, what he saying, like a nigga turned blood, I came out the blue. They be like, damn, who's Drake? Where's wheelchair Jimmy at? On my Chris Brown shit, I'm still here, give me that. uh these other rappers lukewarm like red wine. The truth hurts, so please don't rub it in. I'm not signed yet, so I'm still budgeting. I'm like Jeopardy. I'm still buzzing in every city that you got a nephew or a cousin in. I forgot what song was. Uh, that was a dope. The way he started that joint. What? Drake was rapping. I'm like Jeopardy. I'm still buzzing in every city that you got a nephew or a cousin in. Man, he was rapping. That was really, really top tier rapping for real. The first time I heard Drake was on Lupe Kick Push remix. Bro, I never even knew Lupe had a Kick Push remix. That's that presentation. Yes, presentation. There you go. There you go, my dog. The presentation, fire. He was rapping on there. He was rapping. Closer to my dreams. He rapped over that Guapole. Closer to my dreams. He's successful. Yeah. Say You Will. When he rapped over Say, did you just Say You Will? That's when he was Backpack Drake, and that was fire for real. Kendrick didn't do anything. Haven't we always known Drake as a character? Drake, the most transparent rapper, yes. But I think Kendrick, due to the fact that he was painted as the black conscious rapper that can make mainstream hits, Kendrick has a mega following. So he was able to exploit or to expose things about Drake that made the public listen. Like Pusha T tried to do it and he did it to a certain degree, but Pusha T didn't have the fanfare of a Kendrick Lamar to make it stick and make it really hurt Drake. Uh Kendrick Lamar had that fan base. Pusha T did not have that fan base of like the young kids and the millennials. Well, I'm a millennial. I like Pusha T in the clips, but you know what I mean. What's a Gen Z? Kendrick Lamar got a hold on Gen Z too, So yeah. So I think he was able to do it in a different light. So always knew Drake was a character. Come on now, and I rock with Drake. Yeah, for sure. I would Drake is a character, and Aubrey is really him. Drake is the character that he is when he's rapping, but Aubrey is really who Drake is. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, it worked for a long time. He was able to make a lot of hit records. One Dance is a fire track. Controller is amazing. I really love Controller. I remember the first time I heard Work. I hated the song Work initially, right? I went to this party and I heard Work come on, bruh, and I saw the women reaction to that song and how with the party just started vibing differently. When Work came, I was like, oh no, this joint hard now. This joint hard. So I like Drake with the melodies. I don't like when he act up. Controller was fire. Controller. That joint was hard. No guy. I really like No Guidance. I like No Guidance. I really that's a really fire song. Y'all know I be getting down on Chris, but Chris has some heat. Chris got amazing songs. I don't think Chris Brown got a classic album, but I think he got amazing songs. Um, what's your opinion? Y'all talking about Michael Jordan touching that boy, man. He touched that boy. Ain't that what Pimp C said about Mace? You with the boy. He was in the he with that boy. All I say is I don't think Michael Jordan is a PDF, but I would say that if LeBron James is caught on camera doing that, MAGA America would have labeled LeBron as the most despicable man to ever come through sports. You know? Remember Drake over? Yeah. Moment for Life, him and Nicki Minaj. I really like that song. I'm in the Dominican. Big Papi Ortiz. Yeah, don't let the Chris Brown fan girls say, you know, they be hating when I be talking about Chris. You know what I'm saying? Chris does a lot of things that annoys me quite often. He's a talented artist, but he does a lot of things that a lot of other black men could not get away with. And I mean, well, you know. Uh you said you ain't like moment you didn't like Moment for Life. I like Moment for Life. What's remember Up All Night? Kush roll glass full. I prefer the better thing. Nigga with no money, act like money isn't everything. I'm having a good time. They just trying to ruin it. That's what Nicki was like. And Drizzy say, get him, I'ma get him. I got that kind of money, make a broke bitch better. I got that kind of wait, fixate. Which chick you know made a million off a mixtape? She was going in. Did it on them was fire now. Did it on them. Hey, that was fire. I'm not gonna front. Did it on them was fire. And Nicki Minaj is a clown, but did it on them was fire. I'm never gonna front. Did it on them was hard. I'm like, hold on now, run that back one more again. And I thought Chun Li was fire. I thought Chun Li was fire. Godspeed said Safari was going crazy. Then again, maybe she will. Yeah. Chun Li was fire. That was hard. I ain't gonna. Chun Li was hard. I was like, hold on now. She rapping on here. Chun Li with some Wu Tang, old school New York shit. Man, Chun Li was hard. I'm like, hold on, run this Chun Li back now. She rapping on Chun Li. Hey, yo. Man, I remember Bow Wow did You Make Me Wanna, Jada Kiss over, right? And Nicki Minaj was on there. and she was singing on the hook and she rapped on there. I like that. I don't know why I liked it a lot. Nicki Minaj was Nicki had flavor on that joint. Say Young Money was good, but you can kind of Kiss my ass deuces gooses. Hey, she was going. Hey, Nicki sounded good on that. I ain't gonna even front. I'm gonna say this, man. As much as I've got down on Nicki Minaj, Nicki was really immersed in hip hop way more than Cardi B was, for real. Cardi B ever was. Nicki was in the stairwell rapping with the long nails, counting money on some real New York shit, rapping in the stairwells and the projects and the buildings. She was really rapping on mixtapes and DVDs. Like that was real. She was real authentically hip hop. I will say that. I can never front on Nicki Minaj. She was way more hip hop than Cardi B was. She really was coming up on DVDs for real. Come up DVD. That's real hip hop shit. I ain't man. That's real hip hop. I can't never front on Nicki's ascension in the rap game. You know what I'm saying? She was a real rapper. You know, and I always gonna give her credit for that. You know what I'm saying? Like she really was really on some real. And again, I get down on Nicki Minaj for being MAGA and a butter biscuit, a butter biscuit Sambo, butter biscuit eating Sambo. But I can never deny her come up in the industry because she was really in Project Stairwells rapping. That was real hip hop for real. So I give Cardi her credit. Though she got better with time and she's a true Bronx girl. She bleeds the Bronx. Her accent is not Fugazi. And I don't think her accent nothing like that is Fugazi. Uh, you know, when I hear again, I ain't gonna lie, it's just this part, right? When I hear Cardi B rapping over Jay-Z, imaginary players, right? I think like, damn, if Nicki rap on his mug, young Nicki Minaj, you know? Yeah. Cardi blew up with rap songs, though. She did. I mean, Charlie X. When I heard that, I was like, man, I can imagine Nicki on there. Soon as I heard Cardi B on there, I was like, man, Nicki Minaj, you know? Yeah, Nicki would have ran that jigger, so I ain't gonna even hold you. And I ain't look, Cardi B did it justice, you know what I'm saying? She did. I ain't gonna lie, it was smooth. It was definitely smooth for sure. But yeah, imaginary player not an easy beat for a regular rapper to kill. It's not. It's not. But and she did, bro. Cardi did her thing on there. She did her thing. You know what I'm saying? She did her thing. She, it was smooth. It definitely she delivered for sure. But I was like, I ain't gonna lie. I was thinking like, damn, if Nicki was on here. Look at D. A B C D E F G. These hoes can't fuck with me. Hey, that was a line on her album. I heard that. I was like, oh wow. I didn't know she was, I did not know. Best female rapper of all time. Mm. Say I got Nick. You say I got Nicki or the Brat. Brat can rap her butt off. Um, shit. Kim was rapping her butt off too, though. Brian won't even lie. When I listen to what's the Mary J. Blige and Lil Kim, that I Can Love You, right? Um, when I listen when I listen to Kim's verse on there, what? I told you once, I told you twice. twice. QB, throw the booty like a groupie for more ice. On a truck heist, hit the bonus like a Nabuche. In love with you since the days of Juice. Now I watch you play Columbo. Said Lauren for me. Her work with the Fugees and her solo album along with Unplugged was enough for me. I don't think Lauren got enough solo records, man. You know what I'm saying? Like Lauryn Hill is that Miseducation is phenomenal. I work with the Fugees, the score that was dope, right? But I think she don't have enough. I don't think Jean Grey is dope for real. Rhapsody is amazing. Rhapsody is fire as well. I don't think she got enough body of work, right? Now that Miseducation is phenomenal. It's kind of like y'all watch football. Remember Sean Alexander was going through. Now Sean was consistent. He was solid throughout his career. But then Sean had that extraordinary year for the Seahawks where he won MVP and everything. Then after that, it was like, damn. You know? Foxy was the man. Listen, I was listening to Touch Me, Tease Me the other day. Seahawks, yeah, Sean Alexander, yeah. Touch me, tease me. My boy Case used to be singing, boy. What? Baby, I'm about to explode. My man say Peyton Hillis type of deal. Damn, Peyton Hillis. That damn son, where'd you find this? Said, who the hell is Three Stacks? Hold on, Rap God. What you say, Rap God? I'm looking at you like Roger Mayweather when he asked Nate Jones who the best Latin fighter ever. He said Oscar De La Hoya. He said, what the F you say? Remember, wait a minute. Ain't that Brandy's brother? Miss Ali, hello. Wait a minute. Ain't that Brandy's brother? That's my line. Ray J had a little bop, didn't he? Ray J had a bop for real. What's some of your favorite underground female rappers? I can't say I really listen to a lot of underground female rap like that, to be real with y'all. I'm gonna be honest with you. I definitely got to be honest with you. Yeah, ain't that Brandy's brother? Foxy went off on the front. Hey, Foxy, yeah, man. Foxy hip hop, man. Hold on, y'all. He was off. Hey, One Wish was a hit though, Chris. You got this. You got to say One Wish. You like One Wish, big dog. One Wish was the move. It was a hit though. You know you was at the house like you know you was singing that. Eve, oh man, listen. What's the joint I listen to? How when she started the song, she be like, Ruby, pop be spinning out of their mouth. Oh, what y'all want? What y'all niggas want? What they want, huh? You can't touch. I'm not one you need. What we need in our life is right here with me. Sounds y'all wanna hear. Who that? Who that? It's Swiss Beats. Come on, man. Eve, what? Ruby, got poppy screaming out of their mouth. What I need in my life. Make everybody freak out. Hey, she was fat. She was going off, wasn't she? Keep it pretty, be a lady. She was going off. Missy Elliott, Hot Boys. Boy, you know what I listened to the other day? Nicole Ray. I got what you want, got what you want, got what you need. That can I get another one? This time I'ma make it hot. I got what you want. Yeah, Nicole Ray. Missy Elliott catalog is elite. I was just listening to Takeaway with her with Missy and Genuine. Take away. going platinum chain. They say, cause I'm gonna love you anyway. Her and Genuine was killing it. Shout out to DC for Genuine and Virginia with Missy. Yeah, Minute Man. Uh, wait, why you all in my grill? Shout out, man. Hello. Yeah, man. Hey, you know that takeaway. You know that takeaway. Hold on now. We here. I ain't gonna lie. Doja had a song. What was that joint? What that damn song? She had why don't you say so? Didn't even notice. I don't know why I don't know why I like that song. I like that song. Say so. And then she had a song with what's old girl name? SZA. Uh was it Kiss It More or something like that? I like that. Said Missy wrote that joint for 702. Yeah. Hey, that's the first time I saw Doja Cat, that Moo song. And let's just say when I saw that video for Moo, I really wasn't paying attention to what Doja was saying in the song when I saw the video. I wasn't paying attention to much of what Doja was saying in the song on Moo. Y'all know. I was like, wait a minute now. Run that back one more time. Run that back. What she say? I'm too smooth. I'm not in the mood. I was like, hold on. He said, we got to stay focused, my brothers. Control your lower chakras. We have to stay focused, my brothers. Control your lower chakras. Okay? That's Dr. Umar. Okay, brother? Control your lower chakras. He said, you going to laugh about Michael, y'all on Michael Jordan. Head, boy. Said, not Dr. Umar. Stay focused, my brother. Stay focused. But Dr. Umar be on there talking about some 5'5", thick in the thighs, my African queen. Would you be my unapologetically African queen? He be wilding. I'll be like, what, Dr. Umar? He's like, can you rub my? There's a girl wrote him a message like, can I rub your back while we listen to Freddie Jackson? Wait a minute. I don't even like Freddie Jackson like that. My Nubian queen. What he say? I like. What he say? What was the prerequisites to date him? He said, good companionship, good consciousness, and good cookies. You know, he say everything in three times. Good companionship, good consciousness, and good cookies. Good companionship, good consciousness, and good cookies. I was like, Father Umar be on here playing, man. He be on here playing. They're like, what? The three C's, right? Oh, I was like, that brother say everything thrice, not twice. He say everything thrice. Queen Kong consciousness. That brother be up in there. He be like, um, he said, you know, if a black woman, if she dated, like, I can't be with a black woman that let a white man get those cookies. Now, if she went on a date, I can live with that. I can live with that. But once he get them cookies, I can't do it no more. I can't do it no more. No pink cat. I don't want my Shango stick to free. Once he got them cookies, I can't do that. I can't do it. Dr. Umar be over here playing, Joe. I swear, if I was on here cracking jokes all day and acting a fool, I'm gonna do another channel where I just act a fool all day. Keep it in house. Be one. He said, once that white man get them cookies, I can't. I can't do it. But yeah, I remember my son used to like the little beat. What was that Doja Cat song called Streets? My son would like that beat a lot. My son likes music. So like I told y'all when I was working from home, I discovered my son like music. So the first song he gravitated to was No More Parties by Coily Ray and Lil Durk, right? That was the first song I noticed he would stop crying when he heard that song, right? And I would put on the loop. I'd be coming back playing it, right? He liked Kiss It More with Doja Cat. He liked the Streets beat. He liked the what was that Best Friend song with what's old girl name that can't rap? Shalala Boom. What's her name? The girl that was rapping for J. Cole and she was like Shalala Boom, Sweetie. Sweetie, and who else was on that song? Was that Doja on that song with her? Who was on that song? That My Best Friend. Yeah. Sweetie really said Shalala Boom when she was rapping with to J. She really said shalala boom. That was her little line she said to Cole. And I was looking like, boy, pretty privilege is a real thing. Oh, she's awful. Sweetie awful. But you know, pretty privilege is a real when I saw her say, I saw this is man. So my son would like he would like certain beats. He liked I'm trying to think some other songs my son used to like. Um He said pretty well. Sweetie's a pretty girl, West Indian. Sweetie's a pretty girl. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, when she said shalala boom, I remember I made a video on my channel talking about how awful Sweetie was as a rapper. And I saw people agreeing with me, and other people were so mad at me for making that. Ah, they were so mad. How you dare you talk about Sweetie? You know? She's a beautiful girl though. But you look like something you could do. Let me tell you something. If you a man and you can't act and you are conventionally attractive and you got a lot of muscles, you could be in a Tyler Perry movie. Okay? If you are a girl that's attractive and you can't rap like this, somebody gonna give you a shot. One of these rappers gonna put you on their feature. You could be terrible. Remember Lil Wayne signed Chanel West Coast. Oh my God. I know why Wayne signed her. We know why he signed you. Chanel West Coast was bragging about Lil Wayne signing her. Come on now. Yeah, cue to the Boondocks, Charlie X. If you're a man conventionally attractive with muscles, you could be in a Tyler Perry movie one day. You could be a love interest in one of the movies. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, Chanel West Coast, horrible, terrible. Old girl used to be on Ridiculousness with Rob Deerday. I'm like, bro, what? Why is Wayne signing you? Yeah, from what? Yeah, the white girl from MTV. How do she got a record deal? How? Cause what? She was on that Lil Wayne sign me. He saw something in me. Yeah, he saw something, all right. I know the women don't like me talking like that, but I'm gonna be real with y'all on this channel. He saw something, all right. He saw something. It wasn't your music, baby. It wasn't your your lyrical skill. Yeah. uh, what was that girl that Wayne signed with the nose piercing? Chanel. She was on a I Think I Love Her remix on No Selling. She was put your some back in. That's the only verse I ever heard from Chanel. Was that verse on I Think I Love Her. The girl with the little nose piercing and she had the piercing that connect like a little gypsy or something. She looked like a gypsy. Yeah, Chanel. That's the only time I heard her on I Think I Love Her. Wayne, that's another one. Wayne was taking that down through there. You know, she was a knockoff Esmeralda from Hunchback of Notre Dame. Notre Dame. Oh my God. Oh man. Yeah, connected from her nose to her ear. Yeah, you know, little Esmeralda. You know, talking about wasn't she ain't Wayne like making out or something? She probably did. All right, I'll be playing all day. Lower chakras, brother. Lower chakras. I feel like 2009, 2011. Who wasn't signing Young Money? Yeah, I almost had a deal with Young Money because all you had to say was stuff like, "I got a nigga grocery bag." Shout out to Gutter Gutter though. Gutter Gutter actually had some like I remember he was on a when 2 Chainz was still going by Titty Boy. Him and Gutter Gutter had a song that was fire. I gotta go look up that song. That's D Wood's sister. Chanel is D. You know what? She do gotta look like D Woods. I didn't know that. Okay. Yeah, La Esmeralda. Um what's the other one? When I man, Bedrock got some of the worst bars I ever heard in life. It was a fun little song, so it wasn't meant to be taken seriously. So I get it. But when Tiger was like, she like romancing. I like rolling with friends. Oh my God. Yeah, they for Lil Chucky. They put Lil Chucky on there. I don't know one Lil Chucky song. I don't know one Lil Twist song. Lil Twist, Lil Chucky. I remember when Wayne told Twist, Twist, you should be getting some. Not because you're 13, not because you're a rapper, but because you're Young Money. Ah! What he say? What Tiger say? She like that oxygen. I'm watching ESPN. No, look. I'm gonna be for real with y'all. I'm gonna be for real. When yeah, you remember that, bro. You remember when Wayne told remember when he told Lil Twist that you should be getting some. Not because you're 13, not because you're a rapper, but because you're Young Money. Oh, Birdman definitely did the same thing to Lil Wayne. He told the stripper, "Hey, suck Lil Wayne, little dick." It's like what? Let me stop. When they did what you call it, my he said yes in real time. It did. There was some crazy times in hip hop. I remember this, but Tiger would say some stuff that I thought was cool, and he'll lead up to like a little fire little line, and then it'll fall short at the end. He'll make some stuff rhyme and it'll sound real cool. Then he get to the end of the bar and then it just fall all apart. He'll say something that don't rhyme and something that don't got nothing to do with nothing that don't it gonna got nothing to do with what he just said before. I like what Tiger it'll build up to something. Okay, Tiger, okay. And then it just fall flat at the end. I'm like, dude, what? He would do that a lot. Like, I'm like, okay, all right, Tiger, it's coming, it's going on. It's all right, you building up. I see you. Then at the end, it just like Tiger. He would do that a lot, but he had some nice songs though. I will say that him and that Chris Brown had that fan of a fan mixtape. Um, yeah, T Raw, skinny nigga, big balls, and, you know. But anyway, I know he was playing when he said that. So rappers have playful lyrics. So I'm not saying you got to be serious every single time, right? Rappers have playful lyrics. But now Tiger did revive Chris Brown's career when him and Chris was doing the mixtapes. He did that In My Zone. They had that Don't You Be On That Bullshit. Yeah. That was a joint. Now, there ain't no bullshit. But him and Tiger and Chris, Tiger helped to revive their career. Deuces with Kevin McCall. Kevin McCall wrote that joint. Um, but then that Like a Virgin on there, and they had a song on there called G Shit. G Shit by Chris and Tiger is dope. Like, it really don't matter to me. I'm loving all these girls because all these girls love me. But you know, at that point, Chris was like, he had fell out of good graces. That was right around the time of the Rihanna situation. So Chris went on the mixtape run and get his steam back. You know what I'm saying? He went like a rapper would do. Go the mixtape route. That's kind of what Wayne did. Dedication 2, Drought 3, all of that, you know? That's when Chris started using that West Coast sound 100%. Yeah, Kevin McCall, a good songwriter. Then Chris became a Crip, a Blood, a Blood. You know, that's when he became Briss Brown, which is a whole nother topic for another day. Because joining the gang when you like in your early 20s is so crazy to me. That is so wild to me on so many levels. And again, it's probably because coming from where I come from, you cannot become a GD or a BD or a Blackstone or a Vice Lord or a four corner hustler, none of that when you in your 20s. They're gonna call you a goofy and you just gonna they're not gonna let you join. They just gonna rob you, take all your money. But yeah, he was allowing himself to be extorted by them dudes in California. And that's when we had when you had what's that boy name? Big U. Big U was on camera with Chris Brown, like, my little nephew, Chris Brown, he gonna donate some shoes and then he gonna donate some more shoes after that. He donating 10,000 more shoes after that. Chris looked shocked, like, damn, I'm really donating some more shoes after I just gave all these shoes away. I really gotta donate some more money. Big U had his arm around Chris Brown, my little nephew. He gonna donate some more money. After he do that, and he gonna donate some more after that. My little nephew, boy, they was extorting the hell out of Chris. Chris was in there looking shook, like, what? I know I ain't gotta donate some more money. Yeah, you want to be down? Gang banging. He wasn't even a Crip. He let a Crip was calling shots on Chris doing that. Chris supposed to be a Blood. Big U sat him down and rubbing his shoulder. I was like, man, he said, you want to be down with this LA gang banging politics? You got to pay the Crips too, not just Blood now. Yeah. I was like, y'all got to look up that video where Big U is sitting there with Chris Brown. He's like, what? Chris looking like, hey man, get me up out of here. I ain't know, you know. And then when he said when Wiz Khalifa got sent him some money, he was like, got some money from my little nephew, Wiz Khalifa. My little nephew, Wiz Khalifa, go send some more money. I was like, yo, Big U was good for that. My little when you get him some money, you his little nephew, my nephew. I don't want to be nobody nephew in California. Nobody. Nobody nephew. I don't want to be nobody nephew in California. Cause they gonna be getting your pay. That is a word to get extorted, boy. Yeah. I'm telling you, go look up Big U Wiz Khalifa. He was in there smiling. My little nephew, Wiz Khalifa. Sounding just like Wizard Kelly, y'all. What would Wiz have to check in? I don't think he even had to, bro. I think Wiz did that because he thought it was something that he had to do to be safe in California, to be real. Wiz don't rap about no street stuff, nor does he try to claim any gang banging politics. I think Wiz got tricked into believing that he had to pay these dudes in order to be okay in LA, to be all right out there. And they were able to get him some money out of him, thinking that if I pay these guys, I'm gonna be okay. You know what I'm saying? And that's what happened. You know what I'm saying? I think Wiz got tricked into believing that he got to check in, off GP just because. And Wiz he don't be into gang banging politics, nor do he be in these areas where the gang banging really going down. But I think he really got tricked into, believing he had to do that. And I'm like, damn, Wiz ain't. I'm looking like I was like you, bro. Wiz ain't got to do that. Wiz ain't trying to claim no gang. But unfortunately, boy, brothers be wolves. You know, and be wolves on other black brothers. It's horrible. He said, I will never forgive MF for saying Wayne was a complex rapper. Who said that? I'm like the daddy on Coming to America, King Jaffe Joffa. Who told you that? Who told you that? You remember when Patrice, what you call his sister Patrice was like, he's the real king, and pointed to Simi. And King Jaffe Joffa was like, who told you that? Said probably because he used to wear them Washington National hats in his old vlogs when he would be in LA on his say yeah era. And say yeah. All the in the 20s are heavy where Wiz is from in Pennsylvania. I didn't even know they had like Crips in Pennsylvania. I did not know that. Truthfully. Cause then when you do that, you gotta be Big U's little nephew. Oh man. Corrupt. But Corrupt from Philly, right? And Philly don't got no gangs, right? He not from Pittsburgh. He from Philly. Philly don't got no gangs from what I know. They got like street dudes that they got blocks and corners and blocks and neighborhoods, but not like gangs. I don't think Corrupt got on that other stuff till he got out to California. Eminem never got extorted because they don't do that to them white boys. Unfortunately, Big U and them only do that to the black dudes. He would never call Eminem his little nephew. My main man, Marshall Mathers. AZ is phenomenal, bro. AZ is a phenomenal rapper, boy. Every time I listen to I told you when I hear Lights of B, whew, AZ, come on, man. AZ start that joint off. We was beginners in the hood as 5%ers, but something must have got in us because all of us turned to centers. Shout out AZ. I wish I want to look as youthful as AZ look. When I'm like in my 50s, I want to look as youthful as AZ. He said, I got to start saying that. My little nephew. Hey, what's that joint on Stillmatic with AZ and Nas, The Flyers? Because Young Jeezy sampled that. Jeezy sampled that and said, you can't stop these gangsters. Right. And the Nas and AZ ripped that joint. We the flyest gangsters. My natural glow. Yeah. Stillmatic. I remember my cousin got Stillmatic. Um, my cousins, I told you my cousin had played ball. Um, he went on to play at his first year at West Virginia. Then he finished out at Toledo. But my cousin, he would be on the way to games. He would be telling my auntie to put in CDs, so we'd be listening to like Stillmatic and stuff like that. Rewind is still one of my favorite tracks. Facts. Um, I'm assuming that's where Cole got the concept to do the Dish 2 track 2 song when he rapped his life in reverse and stuff like that. Got that inspiration from Rewind. He said D12 on some old interview said Eminem was heavily inspired by AZ Flow when he came out. I can believe it for sure. And even though Eminem wasn't for me, I can believe it though. Actually, on Cole's second verse, on who the fuck is you? Who the fuck is you? It sounds just like Eminem. He used the Eminem flow on that second verse on Who the Fuck Is You on the Fall Off album. It sounded like Eminem rapping on like Forgot About Dre or something like that. If y'all heard that Who the F Is You, who that song from Cole, you know. Pac was the first rapper to make a double album. Was he? Have you I mean, I'm not knowledgeable on that fact. I know he had one. I know All Eyes on Me for sure. M was a lot like Redman, yes. And unfortunately for Redman, the Redman was not white, so his reach and influence did not spread as far as Marshall Mathers did, and he also was not on Eminem. I mean, wasn't with Dr. Dre, but yeah, the beat on that second beat on Who the F Is You was fire. Said Pac is the GOAT. Pac is phenomenal. Pac is the first solo artist with a double. But if you want to take it back, it was the Fresh Prince and Jazzy Jeff with the first double. Great hip hop knowledge, bro. Great hip hop knowledge, man. I did not know that. Pac is the first solo artist with a double, but if you want to take it back, it was a Fresh Prince and Jazzy Jeff. Shout out to DJ Jazzy Jeff. Jazzy Jeff is a iconic, legendary DJ. And I think he doesn't get the credit he deserves because people look at him from being on the Fresh Prince show. And you know, he's with him. I mean, he was with Will Smith a lot, so they associate it with like, I don't know, man. Being associated with Will Smith, people just look at you as just corny sometimes, right? In certain aspects. But the Fresh Prince was cool. Fresh Prince was cool, was a cool dude, man. Fresh Prince was cool as the other side of the pillow, you know? You said a Tupac debate would go hard, but get too many people taking it personal. We can have that debate maybe later on today. But what you want to debate about them? Uh, Schizo. I don't know why when I see your name Schizo, I think about Nutso on Above the Rim. I used to watch Above the Rim a lot. All Eyes on Me has 6 to 7 songs you could take off. Give me them songs, Chris. I feel like I know what you're gonna say though. I feel like I know what you're gonna say. Not Nutso. Yeah. Mac is giving out the interrogation room, the interrogator vibe. Yeah, you know I'm Bill Duke up in here. You know, you know I'm Bill Duke when he was sitting there talking to Kane in Minister Society. Now see, you know you didn't fucked up, right? You know you didn't fucked up, right? You know you didn't fucked up, right? I was like Kane and then talking about some. Yeah, it was at 11, 12, 10 o'clock. uh Above the Rim of Coach Carter. I gotta go with Coach Carter, man. I love Coach Carter. Coach Carter's a dope movie. So I watch a reaction channel called Cinepals, and they reacted to Antoine Fisher. Antoine, I knew that. What's your phone number? I knew you was gonna say that. I knew I should have started off with that one. I knew you was gonna say that. What's your phone number? Could definitely go get that. Definitely can get off there. I'm with you. I'm with you. Said, "Now I don't want to debate Pac. I was just saying, okay, I guess you." Now none of y'all bet not say take run the streets off. If you want to take run the streets off there, we gonna fight. Run the streets. Got wonder why they call you. Okay, yeah, I get you. Y'all bet not say run the streets. I know that. Michelle and Pac was what? Mm-mm. Ain't hard to find. Uh, Checkout time is phenomenal. We gotta go. 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 We. What Pac say? I'm up early in the morning, breath stinking as I'm yawning. Just another sunny day for California. Cause room all out in Vegas. I'm a boss player. Hey, come on, man. All eyes on me. What? Well, run the streets is Michelle. Yeah, uh-huh. And you can run the streets with your thugs. I'll be waiting for you until you get through. I'll be waiting for you. You can run the streets with your thugs. Come on, man. Then what my other joint? Holla at me. Niggas out here jealous cause we be battling with that road. They try to play a hang, but they can't fade us though. We be robbing through the neighborhood. Yeah. Come on, man. What? You said for you to be in your early 30s, you know good music, fam. Man, you know I got an old soul, bro. I'm 33, but I'm more like 47, 46. You feel me? I was around a lot of older cats, a lot of older gentlemen. My brother, like I had my older brother. One of my older brothers was 9 years older than me. Then I was around my older cousin that was 8 years older than me and stuff like that. So I was listening to a lot of different music that probably people my age wouldn't have been listening to because I was just around it so much. Like my uncle would play Jadakiss so much, and my cousin and my brother would too. So I remember when I first memorized Jada's Got a Gun. And I should not have been memorizing this song as a kid. But what when I hear and I've been had one, so don't forget that 357 Magnum with no kickback. Put them all in your six pack for a big stack. And I never keep the money where I keep the clips at. Violating get you one in the throat. You still dating the heat, but me and my guns elope. When I die, bury me with the toast in case I run into a little bit of drama wherever I go. And I won't hesitate, make you levitate, hit you with the titanium. 38 in his featherweight. Bullets like good dope, how I keep them coming. Kill a couple of niggas, then everybody want them. Who gonna shoot and who gonna brawl? If push come to shove, everybody know you gonna fall. And I got mine on me. Come on. What? I was a little boy memorizing that. Jada's gotta, Jada's got a gun. Come on, man. What he say? But I'm a humble kid. Still put the pump in your baby mama mouth, make a mumble where you live. 25 years, no felony. I'm telling y'all. Why you think I saved it? To blow a nigga melon off. Yeah. But anyway, though, said music is frequently wine. That is. A lot of people told me I got an old soul. Holla at me is crazy energy. It is. Um, I know the old soul because my parents, my older brother. Facts. Um, Jada is one of the ones you got to see. You want to see in concert, but man, it locks together. You definitely getting your money's worth. I agree. I think the versus battle showed the longevity. I mean, the not the longevity. It showed the showmanship, the stage presence. showed everything that the Locks exemplify in that versus battle against Dipset. Because a lot of people in my age range thought Dipset was gonna run away with it. Because in my era, they were the more popular, the more trendy, the more swaggy of the two rap groups, right? Locks was more gritty, aggressive, but they delivered gritty and aggressive um in a spectacular way. Like again, their showmanship was man, bro, what? It was on full display. Jada, like man, Kiss is he's such a chill guy that I don't think his star power gets shown enough, but you saw it when he was up against Cameron and Jewels. And you could, because people argue in Jewel's prime, he was right there with Wayne. A lot of people feel like that, right? He was supposed to be right there with Wayne. I remember when What the Game's Been Missing dropped, right? And I remember me singing Rumble, Young Man Rumble, Little Boy Fresh, stuff like that, all them songs. So like, but in that setting, Kiss showed that he was something different. And he got a new fan base. Kiss really he put on the show for people that didn't really know much about him. You know what I'm saying? So I thought they was gonna win, didn't know much of the Locks music. And I understand that. You feel me? I get it for sure. You know, because Dipset was more of our. If you close to my age, Dipset was during my era more. Kiss has solo success during the time that I was growing up. Because at that time, Kiss had Why, You Make Me Wanna, Knock Yourself Out. Um, Trying to think. It was a lot of other joints he had at that time that was bubbling. So yeah, said Kiss went platinum like twice. Kiss tough. New York, Jada got the best verse on there for sure. Got the most memorable verse on there. By Your Side. Yeah. By your side, I'll always find a way. I love you too much. Uh, I'm trying to think. We Gonna Make It. It's probably one of the most inspiring. That beat is probably one of the most iconic hip hop beats ever created. Quiet Storm beat is another one. Yeah, Kiss with Mariah. That's You Make Me Wanna. Yeah. I remember a few songs as a kid, but you refresh my mind. 2004, 2005 was the last greatest years in hip hop. So what released during that time? The Game, the documentary, is the one that comes to mind strongly. Um, damn, damn, I'm trying to think. Oh five, oh four. What came out during that time period? Refresh my mind, bro. I know the Game documentary. I went to Target to go buy that album. At that time, I was living on 87th Street, right off 87th and Cottage Grove in Chicago, and I could walk to Target. So I had got some money for something. I think Christmas or my birthday, and I went to go buy the documentary album from Target. Oh, Kanye late registration. Was late registration? No, that wasn't late registration. That was college dropout. College dropout. College dropout came out that time. Uh, what else was out? Tip, Urban Legend. Yep. Urban Legend. B. Yoo. Yeah. Late registration came out with '05. Late registration '05. Carter 2. Yep. It was some heat around that time. Carter 2, definitely. Carter 2 is a phenomenal album. The one starting it out with the mob. Then I now for anybody that love Wayne, the mob It's one of my favorite Wayne joints. Cash Money, Young Money, motherfucker. The other side, they can fuck with us. They can fuck with us if they want. I bring them homicide. Or to my mama, I'm gonna continue bombing, trying to get told her getting out the game is like coming out of a coma. I'm trying, but I'm normal in this rap shit get boring. All I ask is that you pray for me, please. And the beat keep dying. And he was talking. What he say? When the jungle was open, I rolled in with the riders, stole food from the bears, and brought it back to the lions. Whole core with the eight. I'm a gorilla, but lighter. Got the eye of a tiger, the heart of a fight. Woo, hold on. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Thug Motivation 101 came out in '05. Absolutely. During my lifetime, y'all, Thug Motivation 101 was probably outside of Get Rich or Die Trying. That was one of the greatest debut albums I had ever heard. Thug Motivation 101. Considering the fact um that Jeezy was not the typical rapper's rapper, right? When Thug Motivation 101 dropped, the way Jeezy with his delivery, um, it was something that was just phenomenal. I felt like I was in the trap house with him. When I heard Standing Ovation, when I heard how passionate he sounded on them song, bro, like I don't it really you really felt it was personal to him. You know what I'm saying? When you listen to Standing Ovation, when you hear songs like um Air Forces, when you hear songs like That's How You Feel, when you hear songs like Bottom of the Map, when you hear songs like shit, there's a lot of songs in there I like. Um um shit. Don't Get Caught. When you hear songs like Go Crazy. Like when I heard Go Crazy, I like my mama, I told y'all to this day, my mama. And then what is one of my favorites? My mama favorite song. My mama gonna tell you, close shop, then she do her account. Hide the rest of the yams at her auntie house. My mama would tell you that that's her line. You know, you feel me? And to this day, Jody Breeze is still mad. He's an angry person. He's so upset because Jeezy left the group. You good? He's so upset because Jeezy left the group. Jeezy left Boys in the Hood, and he took that personal. Jeezy mad. I mean, Jody Breeze is mad to this day because he felt like if Jeezy would have stayed with Boys in the Hood, maybe his name would have been able to grow bigger, and he would have been able to get to where he supposed to go. Because Jody, one of them dudes that felt like I look better than everybody in the group. I can rap. I was supposed to be the superstar. But Jeezy leaving Boys in the Hood after that one album, it kind of it stagnated him. He wasn't able to like expand in the way he wanted to, and I think he felt like if Jeezy would have stayed with Boys in the Hood, he would have had a chance to really get looked at in that light. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he would have had his Murphy Lee type moment from Saint Lunatics. And he's still pissed that Jeezy left Boys in the Hood. That's the real issue. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Jeezy had the it factor. It regardless of what, because Jody feel like, he was the one supposed to be the star. But when Jeezy said if it's taking too long to lock up, bring it back. You was short anyway, so bring a stack. I wouldn't even know. I ain't have to open up all what he says in 94. We ain't tripping. We'll swap it out. Swap it out. Come on, man. What that man say? I say, plus the weatherman say that it's a light chance of snow. Jeezy just had the it factor, boy. And again, it's hard to replicate that. It's hard to explain. But Jeezy's it factor was super charismatic. When you can sell ad libs like the way he did, hey snowman, can I get an ad lib? you know, Here in Atlanta, mostly nobody is rocking with Joe. Are you in Atlanta? Okay. You said nobody's rocking with Jody. Jeezy was still young Jeezy then. Yeah, he was. And again, he took that Them Boys song. He had two deals at the same time. He had a deal with Bad Boy and a deal with Def Jam, right? He took that deal with Def Jam and did amazing with it. When you hear Tear It Up, come on, man. With Lloyd in there, red dogs in my track, give me 4 half a song. Been trapping all day. Can't wait. I'ma tell that. Come on, man. What? Yeah, Jeezy, again, can't tell me nothing don't even sound right if you pull Jeezy's ad libs out of that song. You said like New York, Philly, and DC cats are rocking with Jeezy. We love that talk he was talking. I can believe it. We loved it in Chicago. Like when I heard, even like on the second album, he got songs like What You Talking About still on it. He got songs like Jeezy like to drink, Jeezy like to smoke, Jeezy like to mix Arm& Hammer with his coke. Like Jeezy was, oh, he just had something you can't replicate. To this day, he got a song with CTE called Corporate Thuggin'. That I love that song. Say I'm corporate thugging, CTE until the day I die. That's the way it's gonna be. Come on, man. Even when he dissed Gucci on Stay Strapped, right? Um, on the ASAP beat, a lot of people have never heard that song. They only heard Jeezy, The Truth. I mean Gucci, The Truth. But when Jeezy dropped Stay Strapped, what he tried to get Gucci up out of here though. He really tried to get Gucci up out of here all the way. Talking about the Jeezy and Keisha Cole, the Dreaming joint, yeah. But I remember when I first heard "Can't Tell Me Nothing," I'm thinking Jeezy finna rap. I remember when they first debuted that song on Chicago radio. At the time, I had an MP3 player that could record song. I would record a lot of my songs off the radio to put on the MP3 player, right? And I remember I'm listening to "Can't Tell Me Nothing." I'm thinking Jeezy about to come in at any moment. I'm like, damn, where the hell Jeezy at? He just used Jeezy's ad libs for that. He said, yo, I got a story for you, Mac. Go ahead and tell me the story, boss. Tell me the story. I'm all ears, my boy. But I promise you, but Wayne, I said Wayne. Kanye just sampled his ad lib and it was over with. That was a remix that Can't Tell Me Nothing with Jeezy. Was it? What's that joint to put on? I remember the point put on. I put on for my city, on for my city. Kendrick also did something similar with Schoolboy Q ad libs too on Man City. Yeah. Say, yo, I remember when Jeezy first came to Club Love in DC, right after the first Obama inauguration. My President is Black was out, and Jay was the guest. He dropped a freestyle for that ish. Shit went crazy. I can imagine. Shout out to DC, man. All the DC brothers would be cool as hell, man. Shout out to DC. And I always give respect to Elgin Lumpkin. I think that's genuine name. Shout out to Genuine, same OG. They gotta give Genuine his respect. How did you feel about Future in his prime? I mean, he made bangers. Future was heavy when I was in college. 2012 was when he first started catching steam for real. And then through my college and grad school years. So I was in college and grad school from 2011 to 2017. So I graduated from undergrad in 2015. I went to grad school immediately after that. I graduated from grad school in 2017. So during that span is when you got March Madness, we got Stick Talk, we got Itching. First Itching was going on. I was playing heavily when I was in undergrad. We got Never End during that time period. He had a lot of bangers, man. Like Shit, I remember during that era when he was wearing them little hats, right? Them little hats, them little Pharrell little hats. I had them little. I was going to H&M and getting them hats, boy. I was wearing them hats, boy. For real, I was wearing them hats. Grad school only took 2. I did it. I did it fast, bro. I did it in 2 years because I ain't want them loans to pile up like that. And honestly, I probably wish I would have took my time a little bit more. But yeah, I did it in 2 years. So I went in grad school at 22, graduated at 24, came back to Chicago after that. But I wish I probably would have wish I would have did it in 3. But I was like, man, let me go. I can get this done in 2. I can get this done. But I had a lot of fun in grad school. I wish I kind of would have took my time a little bit with it. You know what I'm saying? Because I could have done that. But I was just like, I'm gonna go ahead and do what I gotta do. Go ahead and move forward, yada yada yada. But it was a fun experience. I was down south. Um, I was down south through my whole collegiate years. I was in the South, Mississippi first, then Arkansas for grad school. You know, yeah. Concurrently, I knew I had like for real, bro. If I was gonna go to grad school, I knew I had to go right away. Um, because I felt like maybe the longer I got out of school and I got into like a career or I got into like working, I probably wouldn't have been as like dedicated to wanting to do school. So I went to grad school while I was still in the school mood, like right after I graduated from undergrad. Let me go ahead and get up in here. And like I said, I had a lot of fun doing my grad school years. He said, haha, Elgin. That brother name is Elgin. If they ever decide to add an NCAA March Madness performance show, I nominate Future. Unfortunately, they're not gonna have that brother at the NCAA games. uh, I remember when Stick Talk first came out. Stick Talk was so crazy. Man, what the hell was Mike doing, man? Hey, listen, like I said, I'm not even gonna call Mike no PDF file or nothing like that. But all I know, Zero, was that if LeBron James would have been doing that, what anti-LeBron folks would have been saying. He's a creep. He's a nasty man. He's a diddler. He was at the Diddy party. Ain't no party like a Diddy party. So I've been to Arkansas twice for family reunions. The second time it was a boring experience in Arkansas. Well, you gotta think I was in a college town. So like when I was in Jonesboro, it was never boring. Jonesboro was never boring. The city of Jonesboro is still growing to this day. Jonesboro was built around Arkansas State University. So like every time I go, it's something else that's getting built, something new that's being built. They add in different things. So when I was there, bro, like that's when I started back video gaming when I was in grad school because I was so stressed out that I needed something to like alleviate my stress. So I started back getting into the video game. I bought a PlayStation 4 in 2015. Mind you, I hadn't had a game system since the PlayStation 2. Because once I got to high school, I got into girls heavily. So like I just I kind of separated from the game very quickly. I grew out of it, I guess, right? And then I didn't play no games when I was in undergrad. I really didn't play the game when I was in undergrad. But when I got to grad school was much lonelier and the work was more extensive. So yeah, I saw a lot of Confederate flags in Arkansas, bro. That's the place I saw the most Confederate flags I ever seen in my life. I was in Jonesboro, Arkansas. Now, luckily, I didn't have no bad. I mean, I had some interaction with the police before, but like I didn't have that negative interaction with like the actual citizens. You know what I'm saying? But I seen them because you got to think during the time that I was in grad school, Donald Trump won his first election. You know what I'm saying? Um, so that's when I saw MAGA stickers accompanied by Confederate flags. And that's when I told people, though, you cannot tell me that MAGA is not talking something that's anti-black when you got people rocking Confederate flags associating themselves with MAGA or like labeling themselves. They're also labeling themselves as MAGA. There's a message that is resonating with the Confederate flag community. Yeah, more. I saw more Confederate flags in Arkansas than I did in Mississippi. But you got to think too. I was in the Mississippi Delta, and like I really didn't. I wasn't trying to travel all through Mississippi like that. When I traveled through Mississippi, it was really with the school. So we went to Jackson State. It was on school stuff, like for games or something like that, or like media day at Ole Miss. We would go to media day with the department. You know what I'm saying? So like, or I was on like the black side of town. My school, Mississippi Valley State, at HBCU, was in the black side of like green, in the black side of town. So like, you know, I wasn't really just maneuvering all through Mississippi like that. You know, but yeah. So, but Jonesboro, Arkansas State is a predominantly white institution, and Jonesboro got a black side of the town and the white side of town. So you're gonna see that heavily. That's the most I ever seen Confederate flags to the point where I'm talking to my fraternity brothers and I'm like, damn, bro, all these Confederate flags. But they was used to it because they grew up in Arkansas. And me being from Chicago, you would never see Confederate flags just out in the open all through the city like that. You know what I'm saying? If you see Confederate flags, it's gonna be downstate Illinois, like Hickville, Illinois, downstate. Chicago is at the very top of Illinois, the very top. So when you go downstate, that's when you start seeing some Confederate flags or like some Hickville stuff, like cornfields and shit like that. Chicago itself, nah, you're not gonna see. It's racist people here though. Don't get me wrong. It's racism here, 100%. But you won't see it shown. It won't be overt racism, like in your face. Just Confederate flags flying. Like nah. Which was a better experience, of football or basketball games? At which school? My HBCU or when I went to PWI. Now, when I was at Mississippi Valley State, the basketball, my first year, the basketball, the boys and the girls basketball team both went to the NCAA tournament. That was my favorite. That was my best sport experience. And undergrad was my freshman year because in conference play, the men's basketball team at Mississippi Valley State went 17-1. They almost ran the table in conference play. Um, I watched two game winners get made by the same player in back-to-back games, home games. Right, I was there. I wish I had a YouTube channel where I could have recorded this stuff. I saw two back-to-back game winning shots in at my university. Yeah, it was a fun experience there. The football games, even though we wasn't winning like that, we had some great defenses that gave us great moments. We had some great players that gave great highlight plays for sure. And then the band experience at HBCUs is absolutely second to none. Now, when I got to Arkansas State, that's when I saw like football team winning for real. And it felt like Arkansas State is in the Sun Belt Conference, but they were always in bowl games and they were always a good football team. So like when we was to be at the games, like it used to feel like we was really like like it felt like I was at an SEC school because the football games was that live. You know what I'm saying? It was like the Red Wolf will ride out on a motorcycle on the field. It was crazy up in here. We'd be at the games like, you know what I'm saying? Like I was just like, damn, I wish I had my YouTube channel then, honestly. Because if I did, I already recorded all of that and put it on the YouTube, but I didn't have a channel at that point, unfortunately. But that probably would have been the best time for me to be recording stuff. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, definitely the king. Football is king down south for sure, for sure. Which had the warmest temperature, Mississippi or Arkansas? Both of them was hot in the summertime, man. Both of them was really hot, but I would say shit, both of them was hot, y'all. Both. Arkansas in the summertime, it was hot. But I would say the first time I got to Mississippi, because I came there in July for like an orientation one time. It was so hot, fam. It felt like somebody was choking me outside. It was that hot. And again, it get hot in Chicago, but that heat in the South is be some of that be a little different. Like so, it was scorching. But eventually, with me being down there I was in Mississippi for 4 years, so eventually I got adjusted. But it was hot for sure. Mhm. Golden platinum chain. But yeah, though, man. Somebody just sent love on the cash app, man. That's love. I appreciate that. That's love. Thank y'all a ton. That mean a whole lot to me and my family, man. So I almost passed out while I visited my uncle one summer in South Carolina. I'm from Kansas, by the way. Shout out to Kansas, man. What part of Kansas you from? I used to see like places when I think about Kansas. um, I think it's a place. What is it? Olaf, Kansas. How you pronounce that? Olathe? Are you from Wichita, Kansas? Arkansas sounds like Plant City, Florida. You won't see too many Confederate flags in Tampa, just MAGA flags, but you will see Confederate flags on farms and mom and pop stores in Plant City. That's crazy. I can imagine though. Said Dub K, Wichita. I remember I seen Ron Baker at Wichita State. Ron Baker was in a like it was in a club. I went out with my cousin and my sister, and he was in a club on like the north side of Chicago. And I'm looking like, what is Ron Baker doing up here? Doing here? Y'all remember Ron Baker? He looked like Shaggy from Scooby Doo. Played with Wichita State. So I remember those days. March Madness 2013. I remember the first time I went to go visit South to excuse me, to visit family in the South in Powder Springs, Georgia. That black people out there look so original. IDK had to describe it: smooth, dark skin, chiseled faces, etc. He said, "You're well traveled, G." Man, I ain't been too many places. I need to be some more places, man. Truthfully, college and stuff had me going places. Then my mom, when I was a kid, my mom was she worked for United Airlines when I was a kid. She didn't make much money at all, but she had flight benefits, so she would take us to like Mall of America, take us to Disney World in Florida. She'd take us to like DC, you know what I'm saying? And then like other places I went due to family trips. Like I went to Morgantown, West Virginia, because my cousin played at West Virginia University under Coach John Beeline. Um, Toledo, Ohio, because my cousin played at Toledo. What else? Yeah. I gotta go outside the country, truthfully. Truthfully. My little sister didn't been anywhere because she, she didn't been anywhere. My little sister didn't been Japan, Costa Rica, all of that. Say click click. I've never been to Cleveland. Ironically, never been to Cleveland. We used to just go to Toledo because, like I said, my cousin played there, so we would go watch him play games at Toledo. And then we would yeah, we would just go watch him play that. Then his son lived in Toledo. So every summer he'd come home to Chicago, then go get his sometime he'd go no, at the time my cousin was over. When my cousin was playing overseas, he'd come back to Chicago and then he'd go get his son for the summer. He'll drive to Toledo. I'll be riding with him, and he go get his son and come back. One of my best friends played at University of Wisconsin, Green Bay, in Green Bay, Wisconsin. So I used to go out there with him. You know what I'm saying? So I used to go out there with him, to go visit him in Green Bay. Um, that was crazy. Just seeing like Lambeau Field and stuff, visiting my boy Kiefer. That was like a wild experience. Like, then look at Lambeau, even though I'm a Chicago Bears fan to the end. Well, Lil Wayne say to the end. I do's it like it's never been done. Said Joakim Noah say he don't like Cleveland. Joakim was, what's so good about Cleveland? What's so good about that? I never heard nobody say I'm going to Cleveland on vacation. Joakim was crazy. Oh, Joakim. Shout out to Cleveland, man. Shout out to my folks in Cleveland. Cleveland. Say, oh, you've been here in Wisconsin, huh? You should have stopped in Milwaukee. I should have stopped in Milwaukee, man. My homie used to be in Milwaukee a lot. My homie used to be in Racing. Shout out Racing. Racing. That's what Karan Butler from Racing. Shout out Milwaukee. Milwaukee is like Chicago cousin. You know? Say shoot, they got Shador. Now they do. Cleveland do got Shador. Shador. You ever been out here to the West Coast? Yeah, I mean Vegas. And then I went to San Francisco. When I was in grad school, I was in this school conference for a research paper that I wrote. My research paper got submitted, and it entered in this presentation, right? And at this research conference in San Francisco. So I stayed in like the Hyatt in San Francisco. It's a beautiful hotel, beautiful. I went out there to San Fran. Down, I was staying in downtown San Francisco. So that was the last in Vegas. That was the times I went to West Coast. So you listen to battle rap. Yeah, I used to listen to it heavily. Um, from the Hitman Holidays, Hitman Holla Arsenal. What's my man name? The Sue Surf, Conceited, Charlie Clips. I remember I used to listen to Jen and Sirius John members, the Own P, Sirius Jones now. Sirius Jones, Jen, uh, what's my man? Murder Mook, Jay Mills now. Yeah. I used to be heavily listening to battle rap. Yeah, Loaded Lux. But you know it's evil to live backwards. It's evil to live backwards. He gonna get this work. He gonna get his work. Exactly. Charlie X, I was doing my research. That's why when brothers be saying you need to do your research, I'm like, bro, I was doing real research, using real research articles and databases, brother. Yeah. I'm trying to think. The first battle rappers I watched was Sirius Jones. Sirius Jones, Smoke Gen. Then I watched Murder Mook. Was that Murder Mook and Mills? Jay Mills. I remember the I remember when I watched who was that? Uh Hitman Holla versus Arsenal. And Hitman Holla said a line that said his homeboy keep talking while I'm rapping. Not cool. The contract say I can't hit this nigga. Not you. And the whole crowd went crazy. Then when he say, here's some listen, some stupid shit you should not do. When I'm around, you around, do not move. Don't crack a smile. I'm not your pal. We not cool. These goldfishes do not be allowed in. What do you say? These goldfishes are not allowed in the crock pool. Understand if they jump in, nigga, they crock food. What do you say? Fall back and take a L. Leave his throat in an envelope and send it to his folks. That's a voicemail. A hitman was going off, man. What do you say? What do you say? What do you saw fast crip? He'll probably bleed to death if I grazed him with a fabric wipe. Then I remember when Hitman Holla went against a verb, a big girl. That's how you talk to your son. Oh my God. A verb killed Holla with that, boy. He killed Holla with that. I remember back in the day, right? This is back in the day when I was in college. You know, Hitman Holla got a girlfriend named Cinnamon. Boy, I remember back in the day. This is when I was like in college, like my early college years. You know, I would follow it. So Cinnamon was a regular person at that time. You know, now she got with Holla. She got with Holla. It's a whole different look. Said Verb killed him. Hey, big girl. That's how you talk to your son. I said, damn, Verb. Who was about to fight Verb? Who was about to fight Hitman Holla? And Verb kept hollering, it ain't gonna be that though. It ain't gonna be that though. It ain't gonna be that though. It ain't gonna be that. He said it ain't gonna be that though about 25 times. It ain't gonna be that though. Who was that? K Shine now was acting a fool. Who was Verb and Holla battling? He said it ain't gonna be that though. Verb said that about 25 times. I'm like, Verb, we heard you, my brother. Yeah, that big girl line was crazy. That big girl line, yes, sir. Hey, big girl. Who hollered out, yes, sir? That's how you talk to your son. Speaking of Shine, K Shine versus DNA, Shine is a hothead individual. I don't know how Shine don't be getting into more fights than he do. And when Hitman Holler show out, his little brother show out be a little, I'm like, all right, show. Sometimes show be a little extra too. I show. Hey, rap battles in general be disrespectful. I don't know how they don't be like, it don't be going to another level. You know, it be disrespectful all the way around. But yeah, man. But anyway, man, I ain't been on this thing a super, super long time, man. I appreciate y'all rocking with me. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button too. If you want to donate to the channel, here it is. Dollar is my cash app, $ Mac Miller 5. Again, if you want to donate to the channel, my cash app is $ Mac Miller 5. It's all love, y'all. I appreciate all y'all for rocking with me so heavily. It mean a lot to me. Again, hit the like button too. It's all love. I appreciate everybody. I'm out. Peace.